Next we have our Division and Director, Toastmaster Ankit Goenka. Is he around?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't look at that way because I was sixth in the audience section.
Outstanding member.
Okay. Oh, we have our outstanding award segment over here. We would like to welcome our distinguished Toastmasters, Suman Sakya of Yadav and Ranjit Sir, come to the stage and announce. Oh, that's a secret we do not know. Secret, okay, I hold it a secret.
Sure. At every citation that we meet, we would like to appreciate and honor one member who has done exceedingly well during the past year. Throughout the divisions that we have here, Division A and O, we choose one individual. And we look at how he or she has performed, not just in his leadership journey, how he or she has taken up the assignments, the responsibilities, and carried it out, and goes beyond not just his or her club, area, or division, but also helping in different other clubs, events, and so on. Somebody that you would feel that, yes, I have seen him or her somewhere. Yes, he or she deserves it. And we keep it a secret to the end so that we discuss two names. And this year, the Outstanding Member Award goes to Toastmaster Ravindra Pradhan. This is Toastmaster Ankit Goenka to sing tonight. Please don't think that you all have to come on the stage and sing to get this award. But it is because of his leadership in the Toastmasters journey in Nepal. So congratulations. An acceptance speech of honor.
It seems like it's my day. From the Bollywood actress to the award. Oh my God, I can't believe myself. Now suddenly Amir Khan has come inside me. Raja Purani se प्यार हो गया, पहली नजर में पहला प्यार हो गया, दिल जीवन दोनों घायल हुए, तेरे नजर के पार हो गया. Thank you so much. I'm proud and honored to be part of this great activity. I'm here for life. Thank you so much.
Just a disclaimer, this award was, the recipient was chosen yesterday. So anything that is performed today has not gone wrong.
Congratulations, partner.
I'm the man.
Should be, because you deserve it. Next, okay, our Toastmaster Ankit Goenka is here. Let me introduce you properly. Before that, I would like just to add one little personal thing. He is the one person to go to any. I meet him whenever I meet most helpful division director around. Now the official introduction. Sorry, DTM, sorry. That's my personal feeling.
Hello. Division in what?
Next we have Division Director Ankit Goenka to deliver his thank you speech. Ankit Goenka is serving as a Division N Director for the term 2021-2022. He has also served as the Area Director twice for the year 2019 and 2020, 2020-2021 respectively. Currently, he is a member of Everest Toastmasters Club. He has also been the charter member and past president of Himalaya Toastmasters Club. He has also spoken on different platforms and shared his views about public speaking and its importance. He specializes in the area of sales and marketing. He is an entrepreneur and he is involved in businesses like medical equipment, stationery, and merchandise branding. He truly believes that every day is a new day and every day is a new learning. Just need to take one step at a time. Let's welcome Division N Director, Toastmaster Ankit Goenka.
I'm sorry I cannot see very well.
Thank you, Ravindra and Jenny, for being selfish. Thank you, each one of you here today, for being selfish. Now, you must be thinking or you must be wondering, why? Remember those days when we were kids and one of your siblings used to take something from you, or you would not give something to your sibling, and at that point in time, your sibling would say, how selfish. You cannot be made even this much. This is what it is about. Let me tell you a short story about the kid. Let's get back to 2011. This kid was still studying. He was doing his bachelor's, studies going well, studies happening, and one day this kid comes to know about Toastmasters. Now, out of those 35 students in that particular classroom, you must be thinking that all of them would be listening and thinking that, yes, I will also go to that meeting. But it was only me who was listening to that particular professor. And the same day, I went to a club, Himalaya Toastmasters Club. As soon as I kept my feet in that particular hall, I was numb. It so happened that all the things around became very invisible. It almost felt like the room was empty and that person was there. It was that time in 2011, and it is this time in 2022. I, right here, would say was being selfish from 2011 to 2022. For what? For myself, for my own learning, for my own growth. And each one of you right here are doing the same. You are here for your own learning, for your own growth, and working in a team. This was my story of transformation. Now, without any delay, I like to express my sincere gratitude to Ms. Manisha Koirala for being here and giving us and inspiring us with her motivating words. But with that, I also have thank you gift for you. And the gift comes right here. From our distinguished Toastmaster Ranjit District Director, District 41. Thank you very much, sir. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to our Communicator Award winner for this afternoon, Srishti Casey, and yes, we have a special thank you for you as well. Thank you so much. I would also like to express my gratitude to our district leaders, Distinguished Toastmaster Ranjit Acharya, District Director, District 41, Distinguished Toastmaster Ankur Yadav, Program Quality Director, District 41, and Distinguished Toastmaster Suman Shakir, Club Board Director, District 41. Thank you all for being here and gracing us and always inspiring us with your motivating words. Before I leave, I'd just like to say one thing. Today is a Saturday, and we all are here to do one thing, to learn from each other, to meet each other, to greet each other, to network with each other. And just do one thing, every day, every time, be selfish. Because if you are going to be selfish, you are going to grow, you are going to learn, and you are going to reach greater heights. Thank you so much.
Let's start the countdown. 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think we're done with the selfies and the replays. Let's slow down, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome back after our short little break to this third edition of Toastmasters Mega Fest, Citation 2022.
We're sure this short break has helped us to know each other and connect more. From the last citation that we had till now, we have opened lots of new clubs both inside and outside Valley. So this is an opportunity for us to not only learn but to interact, connect with, at least let's take a pledge to interact with 15 new members with whom you have never met before. It is possible, right? So how many of you have already met 15 new members in this room? Lot of you. This was the objective, one of the objectives of having this citation 2022. Now, let's start with our introduction. I'm Toastmaster Shraddha and I'll be your co-host for this session till we break for lunch. With me, I have Toastmaster Saroj Tamrakar. He is Chartered President of North Mandu Toastmasters Club, Club Board Director of Division N. He has bachelor's and master's degree from United Kingdom, lived in London for 13 years, finally returning back home about 2 years back. He is an entrepreneur, top skills trainer, who is also involved as a lecturer in a few colleges. That's about Toastmaster Saroj. Let's give him a huge round of applause.
Thank you for that warm welcome, Toastmaster Shraddha. To introduce my co-host, Toastmaster Shraddha Joshi, please take the center stage. She is the area director of Area A4. She was actively involved in the establishment of her corporate club, Standard Chartered Bank Nepal Toastmasters Club, registered in October 2016. She is Human Resource Specialist with current position of Human Resource Business Partner
in Standard Chartered Bank, Nepal Limited. She loves to dance, paint, dance, cook, dance, have fun with friends, dance, and the list goes on and on.
Now, we already had the house rules stated earlier towards the beginning of this citation, but still, as we had lots of members not present, so I'm going to repeat the house rules again. Before we get into the next section of our program, what you need to do is, first house rule is, take out your right hand, put them in your pocket or bag, take out your mobile phones, and put them in silent mode. Have you done that, everyone? No side talks when the speaker are on stage. Have fun with 100% commitment in citation.
100% commitment. That rule sounds like it was written by someone from HR. How many of you are involved in the HR? How many of you are HR specialists in here? Wow, quite a few of you here. Kudos to all of you involved in HR for continuously helping individuals improve and grow. Let's give a big round of applause to all the people in HR. Now, without further ado, we'd like to invite Toastmaster Seema Gulcha for a very exciting, entertaining act. Toastmaster Seema is a stand-up comedian, a self-taught ventriloquist, a Toastmaster and a TEDx speaker. Ventriloquism is a dying art, and she had introduced this age-old art in Nepal, being the only ventriloquist in the country. She has been performing regularly in Nepal and India since the last 4 years. She has performed on international platforms too, and her most highlighted spot was at the renowned Godham Comedy Club in New York, where she shared the same stage as Jay Leno and Jerry Seinfeld. She joined Everest Toastmasters Club in 2009, and it's on this platform that she started her comedy journey. She is currently the immediate past president of her club. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Toastmaster Seema Gulcha.
Hello! Hi everyone! I have a Finnish friend and I have a Czech one too. That's just me mic checking. So yes, I'm a ventriloquist. How many of you watch ventriloquism live? Other than me? Who have you watched? Other than me, I said. Okay, yeah. Toastmaster Arjun. Sorry? Okay. Anyway, for those of you who are wondering what it is and have never watched it live, I promise to you that this is going to be the best ventriloquism live act you would have watched all day. And just to let you know, I don't work alone. I think some of you have already met him. I'll give you a little background about him. He's old and he's rude because he's had some issues in the past like drugs, rehab. Oh, cut the crap and get me out of here. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jack Dillon. What the hell is this? Well, Jack, we are at the Citation 2022. Oh, what the hell is that? So this is a Toastmasters gathering which we do every year. Woo, every year. Yes, and we are all Toastmasters here. What is Toastmaster? Toastmaster is a platform where we learn how to speak. What? You don't know how to speak? We know how to speak, but we learn how to speak like standing on a stage. This is scary. It is scary, and that is what we are here to help each other. So can you just say something nice to them? No. Yeah, come on, say something. Run. Jack, I said something nice. Run for your lives. The answer is right there. Jack, you are supposed to say the magic word. Oh, okay. Abracadabra. I meant thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you, and all that shit. Jack, we do not use words like this on Toastmasters platform. So then you make a mental note and I won't say it. Alright. So, friends, this is Jack Deniers, and do you want to tell everyone why are you called Jack Deniers? Because I like to be in high spirits. So that you have to be called Jack Daniels, not Jack Deniers. Oh, so then why Jack Deniers? Because I'm Jack and you live in denial. No, I don't live in denial. Look where your hand is, you idiot. Don't laugh, it's embarrassing, okay? And it hurts, okay? Jack, you need to behave yourself. You need to behave yourself. No. So, you want to tell, okay, you just mentioned why. So you tell me why you are called Seema Golcha. That's my name. Seema means limit. No, I tell you what it means. Okay, tell me what it means. That you are fat. How am I fat? Seema Golcha? Sense out of everyone's names. What do you mean? Ankit, what the hell does that mean? He doesn't know whether to be an uncle or a kid. Ankit. Anyway, Jack, so we have a whole lot of people here. I heard there was Manisha Khairala here. Yeah, but she had to leave. Oh, that's so sad. Why? Because I had a Bollywood joke. I think you can still do it, right? Can you do it? Okay, great. Thank you, guys. Okay. What's your joke? So tell me, can I say it in Hindi? Yes. Do I need to translate it like all Toastmasters have to do? No, this is not that official a platform where nobody is checking our R's and M's and everything, so you can go ahead and talk in Hindi. Okay. कौन है जो दिल में है, मन में है और धड़कन में नहीं है? ओहो कौन है जो मन में है, दिल में है, पर धड़कन में नहीं है? Amir Khan is a correct answer. I give you 2 minutes to absorb that. No one to count unnecessary long pauses, I guess. No, and we have guests from Delhi. Look at him. Yes, you want to know, you want to be introduced to him. I know he is uncle. Okay, how do you know? If you know, I know. I really feel sorry for the Delhi guys. You feel sorry for the Delhi guys? Yeah, so sad. Why? Because half of them don't know who they are. What do you mean? I go on the street and they keep asking everyone, "Tu janta hai main kaun hu?" So sad, no? And the other half of them don't know who their father is. He agrees, you know, right? Anyway, Jack, we have a green flag. Okay, so I can go, you can sit. No, we've almost come towards the end of our bet. What do you want to do? I'm going to do a magic. Okay, magic, yeah. What is it called? Grand illusion. Grand illusion, yeah. What is the magic? So I'm going to ask someone a question and they have to come up on stage and play the game. Okay, so you'll ask someone a question and she has to come up on stage. She? Yeah, like she. Okay. She has to come up on stage and then do what? Play another game. Okay, so let me say that. Okay. Sorry. Don't confuse, okay? Okay. Hello there, lady in black. Who are you talking to? I don't know. Who are you looking at? The one who's clapping. The lady. What's your name? What's your name? Correct.
Neha on stage. She has to come out on stage. Guys, give it up for Neha. So cute. Come stand here. No. I can say namaste. Can you help me? Okay, yeah. Namaste. Thank you. Okay. Come stand here, Neha. She's so cute.
Okay, so now what does she have to do?
Get the blindfold out.
Oh, the blindfold.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to her while she does that.
Okay, I got it.
She smells really nice, you know.
Okay, now what?
Give it to her.
Okay.
Now get the handcuffs out.
Jack, behave yourself.
Don't get excited, I was just kidding, okay? Okay, so Neha, you have to blindfold my eyes and then show some fingers, and I'm gonna guess how many. Okay, blindfold my eyes.
Fine. Okay, now.
Oh, look at her.
You can't look at her.
Okay, now show some fingers.
Okay.
Is she showing?
No, not yet. Okay, now she's showing. You wanna guess?
Okay, let me think. Is it 4?
Oh, not bad. Thank you so much, Neha.
No, wait. Now put the blindfold on her.
On me.
Yeah.
Jack, I'm not telepathic. This is not gonna work.
Oh, this is gonna be really fun.
Okay.
Give it to her. Now can you help put it on her eyes?
Seriously, Jack, you always make me look like a fool when I'm on stage.
Like you need help.
Okay. Now what?
Now Neha, show her any number between 2 and 4. Any number between 2 and 4, not including those numbers.
Okay. Is she showing me?
I don't know, are you showing her? You wanna guess?
Okay. Let me guess. Is it 3? Thank you so much, guys. I'm Sima Gosha, and that's Jack Janag.
And she is selfish.
Bye, guys, and back to the host.
Hello, host.
Take care. Did you have a good time? Thank you so much. Thank you, Toastmaster Seema. What a performance. I think it was not enough, right? We wanted more. What do you think? I'm in love with Jack. Oh my god, he's so cute. Just like me. And I do not. So it's really a proud moment for us to have a talented member like Toastmaster Seema in amidst our Toastmaster fraternity in Nepal. Moving on with our event, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce distinguished Toastmaster Ankur Yadav, who has come all the way from India to participate in this event. Let's thank him for being in Nepal and welcome him in the stage with huge round of applause. Distinguished Toastmaster Ankur.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll be making an attempt to speak in Nepali and specifically related to communication and leadership skills. Choda, aba communication skill, leadership skills sikera ke garnu. If this is what you think, then believe me, next 10-15 minutes is something in which I will be sharing my authentic version, my authentic story with you. Because this is what even Manisha Koirala said, that if you want to touch the heart of the audience, you must be authentic. So it was my first day in Nepal, first day in Kathmandu, and I decided to go for a morning walk. So I was on the street at 5 a.m. in the morning, and what I was witnessing was the after effect of what happened in the nightlife of Kathmandu. There were a lot of people who were drunk, and there were few brawls on the street. And for a moment, I was not sad about that thing, but I was in a situation wherein I can feel what all these individuals who are a bit drunk and who are out of their senses are going through. And it took me around 15-20 years back in my childhood. So when we are kids, we all have dreams of becoming something. Few of them, a few might want to be the chartered accountant, few might want to be the engineer, few might want to be purposely politics, or it could be anything. But when it comes to my childhood, I had completely different dreams altogether. Unlike you all, I had the dream of becoming the biggest gangster of India. And that was my reality. And it all started because when I was in my 7th standard, I was a short and thin guy who used to got bullied. And because once you are bullied and there is no one who can come to your rescue, you feel rejected, you feel dejected, and you feel neglected. You feel all alone in your life. Even if you want to share your pain with others, you don't have the courage to share your feelings, to share your emotions with others. And all you need from the entire universe is attention, affection, and acceptance. These are the only things you need. And once you don't get all these things, you become bitter. And that is something what happened with me. Till 7th and 8th standard, I was bullied a lot. But then when I came to the 9th standard, I decided that enough is enough, and now it will be me who will be bullying others. It was that moment when I decided that I have been pushed to the corner to an extent that I don't fear anymore. I don't have any kind of any fear in my heart. Even I am not scared of death, I am not scared of anything. What worse can people do to me? If they want to kill me, I am not afraid of it. And it was at that moment when I decided now the time is over, and the only thing that I want from my life is to be the biggest criminal, biggest gangster of India. I had planned each and everything. I became associated with those who were into the criminal activities. They used to loot, they used to snatch things, and they used to even do a lot of things which I don't want to mention at this moment. But that was the reality. And then came a time when the fighting in my school escalated to such an extent that I got suspended from my school for 4 to 5 times. My family, my principal, my family decided that it is better to send him to some other school at some different location. There is a possibility he might find some new friend, and he, because of the change of his circle, he might be changed and he might be a better person. But little did they know that because they are transferring me to a different school, which is 15 to 20 kilometers away from my home, if I will do anything over there, they will never get to know what is it that I am doing. So again and again, even in that school, I got suspended 3-4 times, and all of it escalated to a level wherein keeping a pistol with me was something which was very natural and which was very normal to me. Threatening others, making a lot of threat calls, or asking for ransom, asking for money, that was something which was not I used to see in the movie, but that was a part of my life. And a day came in my life when my father said, and everyone in my family was so scared of my well-being, so scared whether I will be alive or not, that they always had to have tears in their eyes, and they always used to feel a lot of scared that what will be the future of our kid. Then one fine day my father came to me and he said with teary eyes that, "Uncle, do you know that when it comes to a gangster, they have 3 years of life. In their first year, they establish their name. In the second year, they spread their name. And in the third year, they get encountered." And believe me, those 3 sentences, with the voice, with the intensity which he said, completely changed the course of my life. And it was the last day when I used to think that I want to be the biggest criminal or biggest gangster of India. My dear friend, when it comes to the power of word, you might feel that power of word generally relates to what we say to others, or the communication skills is about communicating with others. But that was not the case. And this is something which I can relate at this particular moment. When I was walking on the street in the morning for the morning walk, the time I was witnessing those individuals who were fighting on the street, I was empathizing with them instead of hating them. When it comes to drinking a lot of, when it comes to substance abuse, one thing that I have personally realized in my life is that it is not the substance abuse, but the emotional abuse. Many times we think a person is addicted to one thing because he is addicted to that particular substance. But more than that, it is his insecurities, it is his own emotional abuses which he is trying to cover by doing all these things. If you feel, if you find, or even you will be having kids after some time, please understand that if they are getting into if they are getting into substance abuse, it is not because of the substance that they are addicted to, it is because of their own internal insecurities and it is their emotional pain. And that is one thing which we should learn how to communicate with others. When I was a kid, it was very difficult for me to share my insecurities, my pain with my friends or with my parents. And that is something which might be happening with you as well at this particular moment. You might be having a lot of emotional pain. Many a time it is very easy and very comfortable for us to communicate with others. But it becomes very, very, very difficult when it comes to communicating with ourselves. Because communicating with ourselves requires a lot of effort. Convincing someone else is relatively very easy. But convincing ourselves is very difficult. We are afraid of making tough conversations with ourselves. Just ask this question to yourself that what is that one thing that you want to change about yourself? And believe me, you must be having an answer to it. But then ask the second question, why you are not working upon it? Because when it comes to working upon our weaknesses, it requires a lot of courage, it requires a lot of patience, and it requires a lot of effort to convince ourselves that we are wrong and we have to change ourselves. That is, my friend, when it comes to communication, if it is about Toastmaster does not teach you how to communicate with others, but it also teaches you how you can communicate with yourself. And that is something which you will not get a chance to learn from any other place. The time you are writing your speech, the time you are delivering your speech, just put your heart into it and be authentic and be honest with yourself. The time you are trying to motivate someone, just ask this question, whether by this speech you are yourself motivated or not. With this authenticity, with this self-conversation, I'm pretty much sure that you will be able to change the life of the other individual. That was my past, is one thing which I mentioned, the time I wanted to be the criminal. But now when I look back at this particular moment, I can see the people who were associated with me at that time either got encountered or are in jail or they have no career or nothing, they are just wasting their time. One thing that could happen with me is Toastmasters, and I'll give you reasons to it. I started my Toastmasters journey just like someone who is attending this citation for the very first time. My dream was not to be a great communicator or great leader. It's just that I wanted to learn how to communicate in English language, and that's it. Because English was my third language. First being Haryanvi, if you have seen Dangal. What they use in Dangal is not Haryanvi, that is something else. Second was Hindi and third was English. And the kind of environment I had over there, even if I want to communicate with any individual, there were people who used to say, and then Angrez ke karega, bad mari ke. It is the Nepali version of, Choda, aba communication skills hi kehra ke garlu. But then I decided that, then there is one quote which I heard, that उर्दू प्यार की भाषा है, हिंदी और नेपाली व्यवहार की भाषा है और इंग्लिश व्यापार की भाषा है. It was at that moment I decided that I must learn and I should do something about it to improve my communication skills or English speaking skills per se. That's how I joined Toastmasters. So if there is someone who is attending this or friend for the very first time, feel free to relate with me. I joined Toastmaster. It is very difficult because your weekly education once you join will be after your life to deliver your speech. And so was the case with me. My vice president in education came and she said that now is your time and you have to deliver your speech. And as Ravinder got carried away, even I got carried away. So I confessed and I said that Megha, it is very difficult for me to converse with someone, that too in English language and that too for 4 to 6 minutes. Could you please help me with the translation of my speech? And she agreed to it. And it was at that particular instance when I got to know that got carried away means भावनाओं पे बह जाना. So because I asked her, मैं कहा मैं भावनाओं में बह गई English में क्या कहते हैं? And she was the one who helped and said that you got carried away. That's how I started my Toastmaster journey. I went to become the president of my club, then area director, then present distinguished division director. then the district public relation manager, then the club growth director, and currently serving as the youngest program quality director of the world's largest district in the world. Now, the second lesson which I would like to give to you, all of you, is that there is one quote which I have heard long back, and now I personally live by that quote. The quote says, "You are the average of 5 people you spend most of your time with." During my childhood, all those 5 individuals were criminal, and at this moment, all those 5 individuals with whom I spend most of my time with are Toastmasters who talk about growth, who talk about communication, who talk about leadership, and who talk about not just evaluating others, but also elevating others. So this is the beauty of Toastmasters. I know I have already seen the yellow card, so I will be leaving you with one last thing. Is there anyone who can tell me what are the 4 core values of Toastmasters? Please go ahead. What is it? What is I? I don't know. I thought it is integrity. Integrity. Yes, perfect. Believe me, if you can access these 4 core competencies or 4 skills, integrity, respect, service, and excellence, you can be the 1% of the world's population. And if you don't believe it, let me prove it to you. There is a saying which says that if you want to write a book, be a book. And this quote has been mentioned by Naval Ravikant, one of my favorite authors. He said that if you want to write a book, be a book. Similarly, if you want to lead others, lead yourself first. And when it comes to leading ourselves, it requires a lot of integrity. I wanted to lead others, but it was very difficult for me to lead myself. And it was at that moment I decided that instead of leading others, first I should be in a position to lead myself. Because if I'm not able to lead myself, then I can't be authentic and people will not believe me. I was smoking from last 8 to 10 years, and it was very difficult for me to quit smoking. But then I decided that I should have the integrity and honesty with me to make the honest conversation with myself. And I decided that if I want to advise someone else to quit smoking, it should be me who should first quit smoking. It was not an easy task, but because I had resolved that I want to change myself for better, that integrity element is something which I wanted to learn from the 4 core skills or 4 core competencies. I quit smoking. So integrity is just one thing with the help of which I have decided that if I have integrity with myself, if I am honest with myself, I can be honest with others. So my dear friends, just focus on these 4 things: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. With integrity only, I have changed my life. I had done something which I was not able to do from last 8 to 10 years. And it is something which you can do in other areas as well. Just be honest. If there is one thing that you want to improve about yourself, be honest about it and improve it. Because it is quite comfortable to give advices to others. But the best way to be successful in this world is to act upon the advices that we give to others. So now I have the confidence and I can say in a crowd of 100 or 1000 or 2000 as well to someone that you should quit smoking because there are a lot of harmful effects to it, because I have quit smoking. I have been honest to myself. So my dear friends, at the end, first lesson, learn how to communicate with yourself, because communicating with others is very easy, but having tough conversation with yourself is very difficult. Second, you are the average of 5 people you spend most of your time with. If you think that you are not fit, then surround yourself with those who are fit, who are into running. So where is Suprat? You can get in touch with him. And last but not the least, focus on these 4 core values: integrity, respect, and service and excellence. Yes, because with integrity itself, I have changed my life, and I'm not sure or not, but I can see a lot of confidence in myself that I have changed. I've quit smoking, and I'll be doing a lot of other things as well. I've been honest with myself. Now it is your time to be honest with yourself and follow this trait of integrity in your life. That's all I wanted to share. All the very best. Hope to see you soon whenever I'll get a chance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Ankur Yadav, for such an insightful session. Now, we've heard of Sallu Bhai, we've heard of Munna Bhai. There you go, we truly have our Ankur Bhai. So much to learn from such a limited time. So many takeaways. One particular takeaway that I would like to highlight from his speech was to communicate with yourself. Now, how many of you talk to yourself? How many of you talk to yourself? You probably look into the mirror and say like, oh my God, you're gorgeous. But someone like me, I just talk to myself, saying like, what happened there? And I'm answering to myself, like, no, that didn't go well because of this. And there you go, behind the scene, my father is looking at me and thinking, what is he doing? So if your parents ask the same question, you don't have to tell them the truth. On behalf of Nepal Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmaster Ankur, we would like to acknowledge your time and coming all the way and being with us today. Please join me in thanking distinguished Toastmaster Ankur with a huge round of applause. Toastmaster Shraddha, how good are you in giving speeches in Nepali?
Oh, that reminds me of the incident of SLC. Those days when we had SLC. I'm from Pokhara, and the language that we usually speak, Baba Ayo, instead of Baba Aunu Bhayo. So when I gave my exam, I came back, my mother asked me, Nano, how was the exam? I said, it was really good. All the subjects were good, especially Nepali. So when the result came, I just passed in Nepali. So you can make out how good I am in speaking and writing in Nepali.
Well, the good news for you, Toastmaster Shraddha, and many of us who are not so fluent in Nepali, is that now we have a Nepali Toastmasters Club. So, without further delay, let's welcome Toastmaster Neil Pandey. Toastmaster Neil is a dental surgeon by profession. He believes and practices minimally invasive dentistry and implants with a focus towards preventive general health and well-being. He is the immediate past president of Nepali Society and Implant Dentistry. With a keen interest on climate change, he has been advocating as well as practicing for the greener planet. As a Toastmaster, he has been actively involved in the making of clubs like Shangri-La and Healers Toastmasters Club. Currently, he is the area director of Area A1 from Division A. Please welcome the man himself, Toastmaster Neil Pandey, to share about Nepali Toastmasters Club with us.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rose. Thank you. Communication is the key that unravels to infinite possibilities. Yes, I'm coming there. I will be Rishi Dhamala soon. Don't worry. So communication, it's a key that unravels the infinite possibilities. But there are times when language is a barrier in that communication. And as Distinguished Toastmaster Ankur just said, अंग्रेजी व्यापार की भाषा है, नेपाली व्यवहार की भाषा है, उर्दू भावनाओं की भाषा है. And this is the time I think we have to bring in that, do not have a barrier to. We look out, just as Shraddha just said, we have been speaking so much in English now that we have not been able to connect with the ground. And that's why we have so many leaders here, but they are not successful in the groundbreaking, going to the ground level and convincing those people. किन भन्दाखेरि हामी बोल्न थाल्यौं अंग्रेजीमा तर हाम्रा तलका दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनी जसले अंग्रेजी बोल्दैनन् उनीहरुसँगको हाम्रो एउटा कनेक्सनै छुटेर गइरहेको छ. त्यो पनि एउटा कारण हो आजका नेतृत्व वर्गले उनीहरुलाई भुलाइरहेका छन् त्यही बीचमा. त्यसैले पनि त्यही कुरा सोच्दै जाँदाखेरि हामीले एकताका विवेकशील नेपालीमा पनि नेपाली टोस्टमास्टर केही समयलाई सुरु गर्यौं. बट उनीहरु अब आफ्नै दिशामा थिएर टोस्टमास्टरको बाटोमा जान चाहेनन्. So that got fizzled out a bit. Then we were searching, we did some program 6 months ago, there were a lot of interest in all that, but we needed that leader who can take this thing together. And last Friday, that is just last Friday, mind you, we were in a Hard Rock Cafe. having a dinner, and I just brought this out when I was with Toastmaster. Now I can tell you, Toastmaster Mr. Anil Shah. And I said, hey, how about that? He said, I'll do it. I was like, great, got it now. Like, let's. So, Anil, I'd like you to come on stage, please. And guess what? With his only presence, one post, and there were like thousands and thousands of likes, and of course, thousands and thousands of interest. Now, before I move on, I would like to ask what Manish Haji just said. Why are we doing this Toastmaster? To do that, I'd like to ask Mr. Anil Shah himself.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dr. Neil Pandey. सर्वप्रथम त यो आजको यो भेलामा आउँदाखेरि म साँच्चै नै आइम स्टन्ड नट ओन्ली यो डिनायलको कुरा सुनेर तर यो भेलामा जुन एनर्जी छ जुन चाहिँ एउटा पोजिटिभ सकारात्मक एउटा एनर्जी जुन चाहिँ मैले पाइरहेको छु टोस्ट मास्टर्समा 2-3 गेस्ट स्पिकर भएर आएको थिएँ तर यो एनर्जी यस्तो छ भन्ने चाहिँ मलाई थाहा थिएन रञ्जित सरले जुन भन्नुभयो यहाँ यस्तो एनर्जी छ यस्तो महानुभावहरू हुनुहुन्छ यस्तो नेतृत्व छ तर यो आफ्नो जिन्दगी आफ्नो संस्था बाहिर किन झर्दैन हाम्रो समाजमा यहाँले किन त्यो झर्काउन सक्नु भएन हाम्रो देशमा किन झर्काउन हाम्रो अगाडि त पार्लियामेन्ट हुनुपर्ने नि अहिले यहाँहरू जस्तो मान्छे तर किन भयो किनभनेदेखि unlike me whose parents were able to put me in English boarding schools or English schools and English colleges so that I was able to speak so fluently in the language of the Queen of England. मेरो दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरू जुन प्रान्त 1 देखि सुदूर पश्चिमसम्म हिमाल पहाड तराईमा फैलिएका छन् उहाँहरूले त्यो मौका पाउनु भएन त्यो मौका पाउनु नभएको भएर चाहिँ यहाँ जो आउनु भएको छ राम्रो डाक्टर अझ राम्रो ब्याङ्कर हैन राम्रो इन्जिनियर बन्छु भनेर आउनु भएको छैन म राम्रो कम्युनिकेटर बन्छु भनेर आउनु भएको छ र त्यो कम्युनिकेटर किन बन्छु त यहाँ रमझम गर्नलाई मात्र आएको होइन म राम्रो कम्युनिकेटर बने भनेदेखि मेरो आफ्नो पर्सनल लाइफ आफ्नो प्रोफेसनल लाइफ र आफ्नो सामाजिक एउटा जिन्दगी पनि झन् राम्रो हुन्छ किनभने म के हो भनेर मैले राम्रोसँग सबैलाई बुझ्न सक्छु भनेर सो what only those of you who can speak in English have the right to do that and if you don't know how to speak in English you cannot become a good communicator एउटा पोस्ट गर्दाखेरि 2000 जनाले हामी हुन चाहन्छौँ भनेर भन्नुभयो किन भन्दाखेरि उहाँहरूलाई एउटा वर्गीकरण गर्ने एउटा मूल हर्डल भनेको चाहिँ भाषा उहाँहरू पनि हामीहरू जस्तै टोस्ट मास्टरमा आउन चाहनुहुन्छ उहाँहरू पनि यहाँहरू जस्तै झन् राम्रो उत्कृष्ट कम्युनिकेटर बन्न चाहनुहुन्छ तर किन गर्नु हुँदैन भने उहाँहरूलाई लाज लाग्छ त्यहाँ गएर त आई निड टु स्पिक इन द इङ्ग्लिस एन्ड माई इङ्ग्लिस इज नट द्याट गुड त्यही भएर हामीले नेपाली टोस्ट मास्टर सुरु गरेको हामीले सुरु गरेको यो अनिल शाहले सुरु गरेको होइन हाम्रो क्लबले सुरु गरेको होइन हामीले सुरु गरेको किनभनेदेखि म के देख्न चाहन्छु भने आउने दिनहरूमा काठमाडौँमा मात्र होइन त्यही प्रान्त नम्बर 1 देखि सुदूर पश्चिमसम्म हिमाल पहाड तराई सबै ठाउँमा स्कुलमा कलेजमा संस्थामा नेपाली टोस्ट मास्टर होस् न र हामीले हाम्रो आत्मामा झाँकेर हेऱ्यौँ भनेदेखि हामीमा धेरै कम मान्छे राजनीतिमा लागिन्छ हामीमा धेरै कम मान्छे समाज सेवामा लागेर चाहिँ अब अगाडि बढ्नेछ तर म यो एकदम कन्फिडेन्टली विश्वस्त भएर भन्न चाहन्छु कि नेपाली टोस्ट मास्टरले देश ढाक्यो भनेदेखि नेपाली टोस्ट मास्टर प्रधानमन्त्री बन्छ सांसद बन्छ मन्त्री बन्छ मुख्य सचिव बन्छ सचिव बन्छ किनभने जसरी हामी so fluently we speak the language of the Queen of England उहाँहरू कस्तो राम्रोसँग हाम्रो मातृभाषा बोल्नुहुन्छ यो प्लेटफर्म जुन चाहिँ उहाँहरू जस्तो लिडर्सहरूले देशमा बनाइदिनु भएको छ यही प्लेटफर्म हामीले त्यो दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीको माझ गरिदिनु भयो भनेदेखि चाहिँ वाह कुनै दिन हुन्छ यो साइटेसनमा ए 2 जना अङ्ग्रेजी पनि बोल्दैौ न त यो त नेपालीकै नेपाली भयो नि त विदेशी पनि छन् So once again I would like to thank all of you especially my leaders and seniors who have brought Toastmasters to this place. I mean, looking at that, breaking into song, in that, into सन्दर्भ मिलाएर पनि हैन कि त्यसै गीत गाइदिन्छु भनेर यहाँ नाच्ने भनेर वाह कति सिकिसके मैले आज यो एउटा बिहानमा मात्र यहाँ बसेर कति सिकिसके हाम्रो नयाँ टोस्ट मास्टर जो चाहिँ यहाँ आउनु भएको छ पहिलोचोटि तर सुरुवात मात्रै हो। चढ्नु सगरमाथा छ, त्यही भएर सगरमाथा नेपाली टोस्ट मास्टर्स स्थापना प्रतिबद्धता अनिसाको छ, प्रतिबद्धता मेरो पुरा टिमको छ। यो सुरुवात हो र हामी देखाइदिन्छौँ कसरी गर्ने हो भनेर। र सगरमाथा टोस्ट मास्टर्स मात्रै होइन, यहाँहरू सबैबाट पनि एक एकवटा प्रेसिडेन्ट निस्कियोस्, एक एकवटा लिडर निस्कियोस्, जसले चाहिँ देशभरि नै नेपाली टोस्ट मास्टर्स एउटा जुन प्रतिबद्धता हामीले लिएको छौँ त्यसलाई साँच्चै नै साकार गर्ने एउटा मौका हामीले। थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच। थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच।
धन्यवाद। अब नेपाली टोस्ट मास्टरका कार्यकारी सदस्यहरू सबैलाई म स्टेजमा आउन आमन्त्रण गर्दछु। कार्यकारी सदस्यहरू
यही फरक छ अङ्ग्रेजी र नेपालीमा। अङ्ग्रेजीमा नेपालीमा चाहिँ काम गरेपछि तकमा पाइन्छ, यहाँहरू अङ्ग्रेजी बोल्नेले चाहिँ काम गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि नै तकमा दिनु, तकमाहरू लिनु आएको छ। All of us come up actually. यहाँ हामीले भाषाको मात्रै एउटा गरेको होइन, जेन्डर, जात, वर्ग, उमेर, म यङ्गेस्ट, सब कुरा युवा नेता। आउनु भजन सर, माथि आउनु प्लिज।
नेपाली टोस्ट मास्टर्सको शुभारम्भ भएको छ। कृपया गजब तालीका साथ स्वागत गरिदिनुहोला। नमस्ते। थ्याङ्क यू, धन्यवाद। धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद सबैजनालाई। र यसमा यो टोस्ट मास्टरको यति सानो छोटो अवधिमा चार्टर हुनुमा हाम्रा डिस्ट्रिक्टका टोस्ट मास्टर डिस्ट्रिक्ट टोस्टर रन्जित आचार्य, डिस्ट्रिक्ट टोस्टर सुमन साक्य र इन्टायर टिमलाई सादर धन्यवाद दिँदै म बिदा हुन्छु। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Anil sir. Oh, Toastmaster Anil Shah and Toastmaster Neil for telling us and giving us insights about the new Toastmasters, Nepali Toastmasters, Sagarmatha Toastmasters Club. Well, I think it's never too late to develop your skills which you don't have, right? So like I said, I'm bad in Nepali, so definitely I'm looking forward to attend more meetings of Nepali Toastmasters Club. And I'm sure you all are, right?
Let's carry on with yet another exciting session of the day. And for that, I would like to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Suman Sakya on stage. Distinguished Toastmaster Suman.
Floor is yours.
Check. Good afternoon. Last week, I was invited to a training program that was held at Yakinyeti Hotel. There, you had more than 100 women entrepreneurs from the entire region, right from Maldives, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, India, and even from Iran as well. I was called to moderate a panel discussion, And the next day I was supposed to do a training as well. So when I went in, the session was already on. I went in just before my session. And whom do I see there right at the front, managing and hosting the entire event? None other than our own Toastmaster, Darsana Shrestha. There she is. She was calm, she was confident, she had the clarity and the command to take that entire session forward. And I remember meeting her several years ago, that she wanted to be a Toastmaster, but she was hesitant that she did not want to be. And then she took the plunge. Why? Because she was not confident. She knew how to speak, no doubt about it. Everybody does, right? But she did not. A bit of hesitation, a bit of nudging, a bit of pushing, she joined Vaisipati Toastmasters Club. And over the journey, she is the presiding officer or the president of Vaisipati Toastmasters Club. She is an entrepreneur by herself, a successful one, and also the second vice president of FWE, or the Federation of Women's Entrepreneurs Association of Nepal. In 2 years' time, she would lead FWE, hopefully if everything goes well. And it's an organization that empowers women entrepreneurs across Nepal. It currently has 57 chapters across Nepal. And imagine her ability to communicate, inspire, motivate, and build up that economy of women entrepreneurs across Nepal. She would be inspiring tens and thousands of people. You never know whom you are inspiring. Because when you speak, you influence. And when you influence, you change the world. You might feel that this platform is very, very small. This is a platform where you meet every week. What do? We speak. In the past 2 years of pandemic, people felt that it was a big challenge being online, and you wanted an in-person meeting. But the learning never stops. The new normal, we don't know how it is going to be, but it's going to be a bit of a hybrid, an in-person or an online also. And Toastmasters are already prepared for the challenge to be part of the online world. She had a small dream of being able to host an event or manage an event, and her dream has come true. Your dream can also come true. These are small steps that we take to make people realize that it is not what we see in others, but as Ankur said, what you can see in yourself, what you can do about it. Another dream that we saw several years ago, maybe a decade ago, was starting a Nepali Toastmasters Club. It takes effort. Nothing happens overnight. And today you saw the wonderful number of individuals who are here, empowered in themselves. Do they need Toastmasters? Maybe not. But they believe that, yes, because they have seen others become better in the past 2 decades, they believe that maybe this platform will also be useful for those who speak in Nepali as well. And we must do that. And that small dream has been realized today. Dreams do come true. If you do, you can make it happen. Another dream that we have is of starting at least 15 clubs in Nepali. Our Toastmaster, Anisha, mentioned that he has received more than 200 inquiries of becoming, 2,000 of becoming members. Now, if we can start 15 clubs, Toastmasters International provides that opportunity to translate the English manuals into Nepali. Don't you want that to happen? Will it happen? Yes. That dream will also come true. We can make it happen. And we want to democratize the learning so that more people can benefit out of this wonderful platform Toastmasters is. Yes, it is not easy. It is easy to open a club, but very difficult to keep it open. You must work on it. It is easy to say we can open clubs, but it is challenging to keep it open. In the district that we are in, as the club growth director, we are managing the largest district in the world. We have 300 clubs when we started off. 10,000 people that we manage. And there's a team that takes place. If people are not committed, if people do not believe that, yes, it helps you, then it will not help you. You need to ensure that that learning takes it forward. Especially for a Nepali who moves out frequently, you will find that your brand value as a Nepali is captured in that small green passport that we carry. And when we go outside, the other people's performance on the stage also reflects on what kind of country that you come from. I remember a visit to Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, where I was supposed to give a presentation. There was a senior official from Nepal who was given 10 minutes to make the presentation. Normally in presentation you get 10 minutes. He came with 72 slides. A senior official. And in 10 minutes it was like a video show going up and down, up and down, up and down, without really knowing what to communicate. And why would others take Nepal seriously if you do not know how to communicate? We have taken strides. We went to, when Leela Maniji was the chief secretary, we even talked about how we can maybe help the civil servants and people in power to at least attend and learn a bit about Toastmasters. It's not just about speaking, but it's also about listening. It's also about managing a lot of things, doing these kind of events. It didn't go through. Maybe there's time for it. And hopefully, as we have been saying, that one day we will see a prime minister who's also a Toastmaster. That dream will also come true. We need to dream, and we need to dream big. And if we believe in our dreams, it will come true. And I'm sure that maybe there's an individual in this group lurking behind somewhere who would take leadership. And we'll all be there to help you. As Club Growth Director, we need to ensure that there are more members joining the Toastmasters fraternity, more clubs being open, and we are taking that step. And hopefully, if you do believe, if you have dreamt a bit about how you want to transform yourself as an individual, this is it. Take that moment, seize that moment, and transform yourself so that you can transform others as well. Over to you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Suman. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to distinguished Toastmaster Suman.
Toastmaster Sarosh, what would you do if you had that option to go back in time in the time machine?
I would go back to the school that I studied, that I went to the hostel. There was a huge dormitory, probably around 20 or 30 people, kids. There in the corner, a bunk bed, and in that corner, underneath the bunk bed, there was a scared 11-year-old boy who would always dream going up to the stage in the school, standing in front of people, collecting awards from the principal, and speaking in front of people, because he never got that chance. Whenever an opportunity arrived, he never took it. Today, looking all of you in front of me, I would say that dreams do come true.
Thank you.
Now, creating a culture of recognition is really important everywhere. Recognition helps members feel valued for their hard work and contribution to the success of their club, division, and district. We have our next very important session, which is the recognition of outstanding members from each division who will be felicitated with outstanding member pins. To do this honor, we request all division directors from the Division A, Distinguished Toastmaster Saurabh Lohani, Division N, Toastmaster Ankit Goenka, and Division O, Distinguished Toastmaster Pankaj Pradhananda, to take the stage.
Let's put our hands together and clap loud as we announce the Division Outstanding Member Award from each division. As we announce the name from each division, we request the respective division directors to give away the outstanding member pins to the recipient. Let's start recognizing the outstanding member from each division. Everyone ready? Yes! Okay, without creating much of suspense, let us proceed with the announcement of the outstanding members. The outstanding member from Division A goes to, any guesses? Okay, let me reveal the name. It's none other than Toastmaster Ramesh Adhikari from Kathmandu Toastmasters Club. May I request Toastmaster Ramesh to come in the stage to receive the outstanding member pin from your own division director, Distinguished Toastmaster Saurabh Lohani. Toastmaster Ramesh. Toastmaster Ramesh. Now moving on to the next division is Division N. Any guesses?
Well, it's probably not me, considering I'm from Division N, or else I wouldn't be here, would I?
Yeah, very true. Yeah, that thought didn't come in my mind. Anyways, the outstanding member from Division N is... Any names? Any names? Okay, I could not hear anyone, so let me reveal the suspense again. It's Toastmaster Asta Shrestha from Lakshmi Bank Toastmasters Club. May I request Toastmaster Asta to come on the stage to receive the Outstanding Team Award from her own division director, Toastmaster Ankit Goenka. Congratulations, Toastmaster Asta. Finally, the outstanding member from Division O. Let me have a correct guess. Anyone? Whoever guess, I'll give probably a date, coffee with me. Any guesses? Roshan. Okay, I heard Roshan. Anyone else? Uncle. Okay, Toastmaster, it's none other than Chandrayan Shrestha from Baby Toastmasters Club. Since Toastmaster Chandrayan is not here, so may I request his daughter Priya Dasani Shrestha to receive on his behalf. What a proud moment, isn't it? He is also Toastmaster. Congratulations to all the winners, to all the outstanding members from each division. Well, kudos to all of you. Well deserved. Thank you, Division Director.
Thank you, congratulations to all. Toastmaster Shraddha, are you hungry?
Not really. Are you?
Well, please hold on to your hunger until we have the next performance before our lunch break. I'm sure the next performance that we are going to showcase in this stage will take away not only your hunger, but your heart, your mind as well. And you will say, once more, once more.
Toastmasters not only provides you an opportunity to develop your communication and leadership skills, but it also gives an opportunity for our members to present their talents, some known and some hidden talents in various platforms like today in Citation 2022. Today we will witness dancers, singers, musicians, special skilled artists, etc. and enjoy the entertainment. So are you all ready? To begin with, we have our fellow Toastmasters and fellow Toastmaster Ekta Lamichane, who will definitely mesmerize us with her dance.
Toastmaster Ekta is a development professional. She started her Toastmaster journey in the year 2016 with Himalaya Toastmasters Club. Currently, she is serving as the club president and Division A program quality director. Toastmaster Ekta has been overseeing Dabble clubs in Nepal, and she is a passionate dancer and music enthusiast. Her melodious voice, her persona, and dancing skill is going to groove all of us. I can't wait anymore, friends. Let's welcome Toastmaster Ekta with her solo performance.
Dream